I recognize that gambling, when it's done to excess, can become an addiction, a real addiction, no different from alcohol, perhaps even drugs, pornography, even eating disorder. Eating addiction can possibly be a dangerous, fatal addiction. There are places that you can get help for these addictions. Even having a conversation with a close family member or a friend or even a psychiatrist or a stranger on the street could possibly help. And it's my hope and my prayer that anyone facing any kind of addiction can get some help. But I'm going to say this right now. In this video, I'm going to say some very harsh things and get into the subject matter of gambling addiction. Regardless of my feelings, I'm going to be very harsh. Brandon Sorsby, quarterback from the University of Texas, has done incredible damage to college football. By now you all know the story and you know the details. That while he was at the University of Indiana before he transferred to Texas Tech, he made $90,000 worth of gambling bets on his own team and especially in games that he played in. That's bad. It's reminiscent of Pete Rose. And we all know the end to his story. The NCAA has acted, saying that he is banned from playing in college football for the 2026-27 season. I don't dispute those findings, and I don't dispute their decision. It's the right call. Do the crime, do the time. Maybe at that time, in that year, he could get some kind of help, some kind of treatment for it. Maybe he can get himself under some kind of control if the gambling is really out of his control, which he has said, which he himself, Sorsby, said that he's getting help for. So I'm all for the NCAA making this move. Unfortunately, a judge named Ken Curry decided to overturn that. Well, I wouldn't say overturn. He gave a temporary injunction against the NCAA, overturning their decision about Sorsby, so Sorsby can be allowed to play in the 2026-27 season. That in itself is a very dangerous precedent to be set. One of the rules why I say that Sorsby has done damage to college football. Any judge could say this was too harsh or make any kind of excuse and say, I'm overturning your decision with an injunction. Obviously, the NCAA is appealing it, of course, which they should. Because again, Sorsby has done incredible damage to college football right now. And the second reason why is because college athletes are not going to be beholden to the university or their team or their fans. They're going to be beholden to loan sharks, gangsters, gamblers. Instead of these athletes giving their absolute best on the field, a phone call can be made by a gambler or by a loan shark or whoever and say, we need you to win this game or we need you to lose this game. We need you to drop a pass. We need you to pass has some incomplete pass here or there. Keep it close. At that point, college football is completely compromised. Sorsby has no idea what kind of damage he's done, not only to college football, but to his own team. Teams from the Big Ten Conference, mainly Nebraska, which they had a huge history as former Big 12 opponents, has already made this statement that they are not going to play Texas Tech. Teams from the Big 12, in which many of their teams have had an amazing rivalries, mainly TCU and Baylor, have made this statement they want to play Texas Tech because of a judge overturned the NCAA. Even the Southeastern Conference, the SEC, Texas Tech's own conference, in which many of their teams, namely Texas and Oklahoma and Texas A&M, have made statements that they want to play Texas Tech because of the NCAA's decision about Sorsby. But I don't think that's going to happen. As much as I'd love to see Nebraska and Texas A&M, TCU, Baylor, and so forth say no, we're not going to play them, that costs money. That costs a whole lot of money to say you're not going to be playing this one team. Sorsby has no idea how much damage he's done. Now, mind you, again, I understand if he's suffering from a gambling addiction. I understand that, and I hope he gets help for that. But this situation, what this judge did, trying to divorce him from the consequences of what he did and the damage of what he did, is not helping. You're not helping this kid by patronizing him, saying that, yeah, you gambled on sports, and yeah, you gambled on yourself, and yeah, you gambled on your team, but you're not going to face any consequences. Even if the NCAA's rules say you should, we're not going to let this happen. That's basically what this judge did. To be honest with you, as much as I want Sorsby to get himself healthy, he should never, ever set foot on a college football field ever again. As far as I'm concerned, his college football career is over. He has until June the 22nd to declare for the supplemental NFL draft. Maybe he might get picked up by a team, but I really doubt it. Because as much as the NFL, as much as their bottom line is money, even they wouldn't actually take a chance at this kid while seeing some kind of proof that he's changed. Because if you think it's bad in college football, you haven't even seen the damage that could be done to any football player in the pros. And I'm not just talking about tackles either. The scandals upon scandals upon scandals, and gambling addiction is got to be one of the biggest scandals. He might not end up in the NFL, maybe the UFL, the United Football League. I highly doubt it. He's damaged his own football career, as well as Texas Tech. So the simple fact is this, Brandon, I hope to God you do get some help, and I hope you get your life together. But your football career is over. It's over. And I'm sorry to say this, and I hope this cuts deep. You have no one to blame but yourself. I pray to God you do get some help. And I hope you get your life together. Lord knows a lot of people never do. But as far as playing football, that was a privilege, especially at a top university like Texas Tech. That was the ultimate privilege, to make a D1 roster at any university. You abused that privilege, and now you have to face some kind of consequences. Come hell or high water, you will face the consequences. You might be able to play football at Texas Tech, but I think that's the last place you'll ever play football. The NFL, slim to nil. UFL, slim to nil. You damage yourself, Sorsby, and I don't think you can repair it. Can you repair your life? I pray you can, and I believe you can. Can you repair your football career? No, I don't.